microphone blue is not, yeah. There you go. If you're gonna talk. So Steve is out today, so I will chair the meeting, and then Jean is working the elections. So Mayor Everson also missing, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and Jordan. Gal is not here. Craig's notes. Okay, I'll call the meeting to order. Attendance is taken. The agenda, did everyone pick one of those up? Fairly brief, but we need a motion to approve the agenda as presented. So moved. Motion by John.
Second.
Second by Jen. All in favor of approving the agenda, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All approved. Any opposed, say aye. None opposed. Okay, the minutes from May 10th. And Steve was here. We called me in order at 4. We were missing Harold Stratton and Mayor Everson. I'll give an update on the events. Anyone has a, just going to scroll through that real quick. Didn't have those with you.
I'll make a motion.
Motion to approve the minutes by Jeff Smith. Anyone second?
Second.
Second by Gio. All approve, or if you approve of the minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion passed. Minutes approved. Thank you. We will get those uploaded in final form. Okay, give a director's report. First of all, since our meeting on May 2nd, we had some nice-sized events. And of course, we're well into tourism now, but the athletic banquet, almost 400 people here for that. We set for 440. It went with no problem. Everything on our end worked. It was a huge commitment. We did the setup and the tear down. Food was catered, and we hooked up audio and video equipment. So no issue there. And then we followed that up with the Cornhole Tournament. They set up Friday morning, and we had the seniors division. It went Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Remember, I asked them to shut it down a little early after the competition and not do the I guess you call them the pay-in games. You throw in $10 and winner take all type thing. And they did that. So they ended Friday night at 8, Saturday night at 8, and Sunday at about 4:15. This was a different weekend than last year because you remember we had the ESPN one, which was not real successful. This is the Palace City Cornhole Tournament, and Tyler did a great job. But he moved dates. There was also some state events, which he had come to discover, other states, not South Dakota, but other states. So his numbers were down. We had about 75, what I call semi-pro players here, versus 120, 150 last year. He paid out $18,000 in winnings. So it was a big tournament payout, just less people. The bar was good for us, about $1,300, I guess. Hotel-wise and stuff, I don't know how that all worked, but it wasn't as big of an event for us. But for the players, the payout was good, and they went downtown and played late into the night. I don't know if anybody saw those folks out and about, but they were at Jade's one night and Dr. Lucky's one night, and they continued those cash games down there. And I heard, there was 1:30 a.m. folks out and about. So that was just better for us. A couple other upcoming things, and I'll get into some of our other more important duties. But we had the graduation then on the 22nd. Tourism had their meeting and moved some racking things that Sunday night. Otherwise, they moved everything on the 23rd. And they opened up the gift shop on the floor Wednesday. So we've been pretty much doing tourism since then. I'll give you a little more about that in a second. Upcoming, our farmers markets will start tomorrow. So we've got some new flags that went out, press release went out. We've got new vendors. We've got one coming from Chamberlain, one coming from Kimball that haven't been here before. We did lose the Colony, who was a big draw. They It just takes a lot of people to move their product here. They've decided just to stay at the colony, and they do sell off the colony too. So we'll see how that goes. But
That's tomorrow?
tomorrow we start on Wednesdays, June 8th, 5:30 to 7:30, every Wednesday through September 14th. And some of the evenings we have entertainment or activities. Some we don't. We don't have one tomorrow.
That's inside here?
That's outside in the plaza,
All right.
right on the south side.
A lot of people ask about it.
Yes, outside on the plaza. And we start selling at 5:30. And they usually set up 4:45 to 5:20 or so, and then they're ready to go. And we'll try to get, we'll make phone calls, see who shows up, and then make phone calls and try to get it, that 7 to 10, 12 vendors. And then we make announcements inside and get the tourists out there too. We also have a library program tomorrow morning at 9 and 11 in the plaza on the stage. It's a Game Fish and Parks presentation. And then we have one on Friday night too. So, that's just a partnership with us in the library. We support that. It is called a Children's Theater on Friday night. That is at 6:30 on Friday. I'm trying to think of the...
What's that Game Fish and Parks one?
It's about fishing. It's they're calling it Gavin's Point Fish Hatchery Speaker. So I think they have some interactive things and all of that. So, and then of course the big parade on Saturday, and we're supporting that a couple different ways. These are things we just, as the Corn Palace, we expect to support things on Main Street, and so we'll have them on the balcony. We'll set up an audio system for them so that they can announce the parade from there, do video and all of that. Parade's at 11 o'clock. They expect it to last about an hour. And then a band will be on the plaza stage from 12 to 2. It's called the Last Call Band. They're out of Sioux Falls. They are a Shriner. One of them is a Shriner. And we will have a bar set up in the plaza. The Shriners are having a meal at their Masonic Lodge. And we don't know how many to expect. I know for sure there's 6 states coming. And that's a lot of Shriners. So we'll see. And of course, that's a direct result of the murals on Corn Palace. So we want to be part of that and support that. So that's some pretty cool stuff.
Doug, with the after shrine band, there's not a consumption permit. So how are you planning to keep people in the plaza and not come inside my fence?
Sure, it would be just like our festival. Well, festival's a little bit different, but we just have to put up a gate that says no alcohol beyond this point.
Okay, and you're going to do that?
We do that, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we've had a lot of questions on it, and even the Shriner guy was like, well, just go set up your bar like you do on First Fridays. And I'm like, I can't.
Right. And I did clarify with him. I called Dustin.
Okay.
And after we talked,
Right, yeah.
I don't want him to be surprised. He knew. He absolutely knew. He says,
Okay.
I want the community to be involved. He wants the back 40. He wants the scoreboard.
Right.
Whoever can have food and drink, they're going to be around. He says, no, our deal is we're doing a meal after the parade, and then we have a bar for the meal. But the band is the band, and whatever we can do there.
Right, and same with the Masonic, they are not serving alcohol, correct?
They are, but in their parking lot.
Oh, same, okay.
Yeah, they can do it in the park. I don't know if they're inside or out. I'm assuming outside. I think they do it at a barbecue.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
yeah, so that'll be good. Attendance, first 2 weeks, we're down, which is probably not a surprise after last year. So we compared to 2021. The first week so I counted the 23rd through Memorial Day, same dates to 2021, we were down 35%. From 7,425 to 4,860 people. Okay. Second week, we were down 28% from a year ago. So that was Memorial Day, last Monday, through this past Sunday. We went from 14,045 people to 10,070 people. Same time frame. And the 4 days of Memorial Day, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, that was down 30%. So, and I do send those numbers around to tourism folks, and I can send them to you guys too if you'd like to see them. Otherwise, I can give a report at our meeting each month. So, our tickets for festival, you probably, we had it on radio, we had press release out, social media. So our tickets were on sale last Wednesday, and not a huge number. We're just under 600. But what I think is interesting, let me just go there. I want you to see this. So if someone says, how do we get tickets from the Corn Palace? Cornpalace.com, buy tickets. This, when you buy tickets, it jumps to, this is the zoom that part in. It jumps to the eTix site, etix.com/Cornpalace. Okay? So Randy Hauser, Russell Dickerson, Night Ranger, the music of Randy Travis. Okay? Almost even split. Randy Hauser right now, 106 tickets sold. Russell Dickerson, 113. Night Ranger, 128. And Randy Travis, 111. So that to me is encouraging because it's a pretty even split. We didn't have one show that just went, that's the one we want, you know. This is the, oh, here, we'll just show you this. Okay. The first 3 shows, again, just to review, Party Pit, limited 300, okay? General admission standing, section B and C are all the same price, $35 tickets. Party Pit, 60. You want to do reserve seat, those are $45. Okay? For Randy Travis and guest vocalist, we now have, let me see what this shows from here. Okay, $30 to $40. Okay? So when you get tickets, rows 1 to 10, okay, are $40. Rows 11 to 18, or 11 to 19, whatever, are $35. Section A is $40, same as the front, and then general admission are $30. And these are just general seating here. Okay, so available at the box office. Box office window open 9 to 4. Craig's here 8 to 5, but we open the window at 9 to 4. It gives him time to do his drawers and all that kind of stuff from the day before, and then we shall close it at 4. So open the noon hour. Yes.
That website you're looking at, is that just EGIS?
No, if you the easiest is cornpalace.com, and then on the left, click Buy Tickets. It's at the far left edge, and it's the top button. Sorry about that. You couldn't see what we were looking at. Cornpalace.com, click Buy Tickets at the far left, and that takes you to buy the tickets. We had no issues, Greg, that I think of from our ticketing system. It worked really well. We had, I don't know, 30 people.
Yeah,
I had my dad's auction, so I came in and we worked till about 9:30. The group had rushed because he was on the phone, and we had 2 at the ticket window. So it went well. I don't think anyone was frustrated, and we had good maps up. Well, we had lots of maps up. I don't know if they're good ones. My handwriting on them, so we'll clean those up a little bit. But it made sense. So we thought that was important.
How have the twofer? I haven't really heard it
It's gone
advertised.
pretty well.
Okay.
I've only had one person that I had to beat over the head for them to understand, and they still don't get it. But yeah. So there was some people got right away. Other ones just you need to buy a ticket to 2 different shows, and it's like then I would register.
Okay.
So
And that's a great question because I want to go to entertainment. Okay, Corn Palace Festival. Carol, I went to the cornpalace.com and then Corn Palace Festival link, entertainment. Okay, and in here we tried to explain, okay, what that was, and it says in here, hours, that kind of thing, and then we talk about the special, only available box office or on the phone. Our ticketing system cannot handle the online. You put it in your bucket or your shopping cart and then go back, switch concerts. You can't understand that concept, so is a trade-off. And with eTix, they work really, really hard for us to do that. And I say, you know what, I think we can live with that. If they call, say, hey, I want that, we have a chance to explain it, and it made sense to, like I said, Craig said, most people. But only available online, or only available at the box office or on the phone.
Right.
Not online. Okay? So, with that, I wanted to show you our ad that will run on, maybe I will, maybe I won't show that to you.
Midco.
I had it open. So this is the Midco ad we had made. We have to approve it yet, but this would run, and then we're going to use it in 2 places. You won't be able to see this, Carol, but it's a 30-second spot. We got a couple things we have to fix. It will start to run in July and in August, but we're also going to use it as part of our sponsorship for the bull riding event. There's 7 of them. There's 6 of them, and then the 7th one is here, the Corn Palace. And as part of that sponsorship, we partnered with the Sports and Events Authority and the Chamber, or CVB, to buy enough to get ads on Midco. So when these replay, anyway, this is what the ad sounds like.
About your summer at the Corn Palace Festival, August 24th through August 28th. Randy Houser is sure to fire up the crowd with the multiple #1 hits from his country album, How Country Feels. Russell Dickerson joins the party the following night on Friday, August 26th. And the festival moves along with Night Ranger on Saturday and Randy Travis with guest vocalist John Dupree on Sunday. Tickets go on sale at the Corn Palace box office on June 1st or online at cornpalace.com.
So now I'm going to do a couple things. One is we need him to change the music of Randy Travis instead of Randy Travis. They're very clear about that. At about 20 seconds, and this is not that important, but John Dupree is cut off. The music of John Dupree, where is it at here? Right there. Okay. So they have to fix that. And tickets on sale June 1st. We don't really need to waste
There's tickets on sale now.
those seconds with that. So I don't know, again, I played pretty fast.
Vocalist John, your summer at the Corn Palace Festival, August 24th through August 28th. Randy Houser is sure to fire up the crowd with the multiple #1 hits from his country album, How Country Feels. Russell Dickerson joins the party the following night on Friday, August 26th. And the festival moves along with Night Ranger on Saturday and Randy Travis with guest vocalist John Dupree on Sunday. Tickets go on sale at the Corn Palace box office on June 1st or online at cornpalace.com.
Key is dates, the website, and getting the artists out there. So, I mean, a little tough to see that just a few times and have much of a thoughts on it, but we will clean up those things, make sure it's accurate and it's visible. And then part of that will play during the rodeo on Midco, rodeo playbacks, and then on, we went out as far as Peter and Aberdeen, didn't go much past West River Pier then. Winter, Yankton, Brookings, that kind of thing. So, as we talked last time, Randy Houser is going to be playing in Brookings 2 weeks after our show. Not as a headliner though. He'd be an opener, one of 3 people I think playing there. So anyway, that is all out there. We are doing that ourselves out of the Corn Palace. Past few years we had paid the chamber to help with ads. Jen did most of that. I'm very, very happy with that. But lots of change over there. With her leaving, I just thought, and 2 new people, and she had done it 2 years, and hopefully with the support of our sales professionals in the media, we can make this work. So we'll still do the mailing that goes out. We did that through McLeod's Printing, and we won't change a lot other than we did increase a smidge because we have an extra shelf. And then same thing goes with the Midco ads, which we did not run last year.
Jim,
Right.
you're still on the board as a representative?
Yes, through October, we were talking about that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we talked about it before I came in, or as I came in. Doug, one more question on that. Are you doing any other TV just Midco?
Well, the ICANN.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
You're at least
Yep.
listening to them?
We're using that same outline as we had last year, and then we added the Midco.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, ICANN hits all of the different, no matter if you have Mitchell Telecom or Midco or whoever, ICANN hits them all. Midco, you have to have Midco.
Right.
And it's going to your TV, which is still good, but ICANN has a broader area.
Yep, and that same, that same ad can go there as well.
For sure. Yes,
Yep.
absolutely.
So we're trying to get as much bang for our buck with the ad,
Mm-hmm.
with the rodeo programming, and that'll start to run on there, it's like August. And then it'll be the same I can too. Yep, good question. Anything else about that? I'm gonna stop for a bit, let Craig go, and I'm gonna come back to festival and concert openers.
Well, I was just gonna talk about ticket sales.
Oh,
But we covered, all that. We only have the one old rock group, and they have outsold everybody else. Not by a lot, but I'm impressed with the music of Randy Travis. How many, like Doug said, all those tickets are 100 to 120, so they're all going well. Hopefully it continues. So, popcorn balls they still can't keep up. Other than that, selling candy and burgers, popcorn.
we had kind of a crazy day yesterday. We had
Yesterday was insane.
4 buses come through, but one of them we prepped, they wanted us to provide lunch, which, was kind of a burger meal deal, and we set up some tables and chairs on the north end of the gift shop. Trying to check with tourism, say, hey, it's okay. Well, it's great, except we must have 2 other buses here or something. And it was raining, so everybody, it was like a basketball game, right, halftime. And of course, we just don't have that during the summer. I mean, we just don't. Well, we did yesterday. So amongst getting the meals ready, we had, Doug had to dust off his popcorn popping fingers too, so. But I think there's probably a little bit of frustration because we didn't have our chutes up, it was just like all of a sudden there's just like a mass of people here. Like, where did they all come from?
120 old people coming off the bus. And
2 buses. Yeah. You are getting the bus list though, right?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
good.
oh yes, oh yeah. We knew the
Yeah,
buses.
there was
We
like
had-
7 yesterday.
But the one was scheduled, and they
And
bought
then you
50
planned
meals.
lunch, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
which was all ready, he had it all organized, it worked great. What we didn't anticipate is everybody came here for
54
lunch.
that-
I'm guessing your lunch crowd was down yesterday because they must have eaten here because,
No, it was great, but we couldn't use the patio.
right, it's the rain, yeah. Anyway, it's fine, it just isn't normally like that.
Yeah.
Sales wise, I don't know if you've compared, Craig, to last
I
year.
did look at numbers over the last 2 weeks, I did not.
It might be kind of fun, and we can do that in our system real easily, because it seems busy. I mean, we're selling a lot, 1,000 to 1,500 a day, in
Well, in
concessions.
buses, we didn't have buses last
Yeah,
summer.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, at the end, but
So,
not like this.
anyway, yeah, it's like this morning, it was like, oh my gosh, our popcorn's all, boom, popcorn was refilled, and cheese, Demick cheese, they're buying a lot of Demick cheese, too, so. But yesterday was like hot meals, which we hardly sell that many to our tourists, just here and there. They want a corn dog, right? Corn, which is, I understand, so. Anyway, fun stuff. Staffing, maybe just a real quick update on staffing. We got lots of new faces and,
Tons of new ones, so I don't have any young men working for me. The young men that I had working for me all decided they wanted to go outside and hang corn. But I've got 6 new ones, and I got 3 more starting in the next couple weeks, so it'll, hopefully we'll get them all trained before basketball starts.
because we had 7 seniors this year. And all are, actually the last 2 months, they kind of went on to summer jobs or college prep jobs, CNA, more money. I just saw one, in fact, I was working at the bank now at Core Trust, so good for them, moving on to more adult jobs, which they need to do, and more money too at those jobs. So new crop coming in, which is fun. And I will let you do ticket updates the next 2 meetings. I shouldn't have done that, sorry. I had done the research, so I should have checked.
All right.
Anything else concession-wise?
No?
He mentioned decorating a bit. We have a good staff, full staff. Believe it or not, our sour dock, which was a record crop last year, is like sparse. It's the James River is flooded, where we get all of that north and east of town, and south and east of town, and it's all flooded. So we're having to go pretty far, and quite honestly, we're looking at maybe having to not pay for the dock, but pay to have somebody else cut it and go get it. So I'll keep you informed. I haven't made that deal yet, but our design that we have requires a lot of dock, more so than we normally would use. So our go-to fields are it's there, but it's not ready. It's just short and loose stuff. And it was either too dry, too cold, who knows what. But with this moisture and warming up, it should pop and we should be fine. But right now, we don't have a lot. We did just buy a trailer though, a horse trailer. We borrow, the Corn Palace decorators have never had their own trailer to pick dock. They borrow one from someone and put these sides on it and tarp it. This is just an older horse trailer, but they're going to power wash it up and it'll look nice. We'll get some stickers on it. And then they can put their product in there to keep it out of the weather yet still dry. And then in the off season, we'll use it for storage and lock it up and pull it off site. So you'll see this trailer probably sitting alongside, or we'll put a sticker on it and things. And as money allows, maybe fancy it up a little bit. So that was nice for our decorators. They keep all their stuff in our decorator shed and it's just packed in there. And this will be nice to get some of that out of there during the off season. We keep our snow blowers in there instead of having the elevator and just things like that. Okay, real quickly, I want to go to, I should have done this with the approval agenda. When we get to sponsorships, I'll introduce that, and then I do want to put that into executive session to talk about some specific dollar amounts and sponsors. So I am going to jump ahead to the festival concert. So you obviously know our headliners, okay? And this is just a little draft thing we put up this is not what goes out in the mail, and this is just something I threw together. But it was very good about people coming in, the times, the prices, the options, okay? So looking at openers for that. First, for, see if I can find, I tried to open these all up ahead of time. So on Thursday night, Danica Michaels is out of Sioux Falls, and she would open for Randy Hauser. So she has her own original stuff, and
Music developed.
You know, that's a great question. Ever since I can remember kindergarten, I was in my very first little musical play. I knew at that moment, even at 5 years old, that I would grow up and become a singer. And it's funny, I was very scared. I had a lot of anxiety as a little child performing. And so it took some time for me to get really comfortable.
Here she is opening for Jared Neiman at the district. She opened for Lainey Wilson at the district. She played 11. Anyway, I think she'll be a good fit, and she's a huge Randy Hauser fan. And then she will actually, I wasn't going to do that, but since she's here and her price is quite good, we're going to have her play on the outdoor stage Thursday night too, just till 11 o'clock. So just for a little bit. She'll open at 7 o'clock. She'll go off at 7:45. She'll set up outdoors. Randy Hauser will go on. As soon as he'll be done by 9:30, she should be able to play 9:45 to 11. So she'll keep some folks around in the plaza a little bit. Okay? Right now I do not have anybody for Friday night, but that would be a night we would use the same kind of thing, either have them open and then go to the plaza so they have a chance to really do their full show. Basically it's a 45-minute set and then the second 45-minute set afterwards. I don't have anybody for Friday night yet. Mark Graham I've been trying to push them along. But honestly have not been that responsive. They've been great up to our openers, and they have to approve them. And I send these options to them and ask them, would this work? And Saturday night Ranger show, I was approached by Corey Wenzel, used to be with the Daily Republic here in Mitchell, and had a band called the Jimmy River Band. And they are back playing very consistently. Their lead guitarist is in Sioux City. Corey and his son Parker are in Grand Forks, and they would love to come back to Mitchell and play. Really good price. Then they play rock, you know. Oops, sorry, I gotta.
Mayor, thank you so much for being so kind to us, so hospitable. It's been a deep pleasure of ours to entertain you for a few minutes here tonight, but if you haven't been entertained yet, this one's funny as hell. We're going to like this, I think.
Just a real quick, this again, they're a cover band, but they're high energy and fun music. We are looking at, having some music on the stage. Doors open 1 hour early. So for this Saturday show, doors open at 6:30. Folks will start coming in. The party pet people will come in, and they'll start at 7:30 and play 7:30 to 8:15. And then there's a switch over, and the headliner will come on 8:45 ish. Play till 10:30. There are 75 to 90 minute sets for our headliners. So. And then, last one, this is someone I sent. His name is Brooks Forsyth. He's in the area. His price is good. He opening for Randy Travis. He's he's in Nashville. This one I was listening to, I thought was kind of pretty good. Just to give you an idea. Gold.
Looks like I lost my dearest friend. Ain't much time leaving to be solved.
It's a twangy, he's a soloist.
Never even made it out to Bourbon Street.
He's kind of a storyteller. Here's kind of a train song.
Blue railroad train, gone down the railroad track. It makes me feel so doggone blue. Listen to that old smokestack.
This one.
Oh, man. In your hands, you got laid off.
Now he's a young guy, so not we'll see. I sent it to Mark Graham to get their input last Friday. Asked him today again. Hey, Mark, I really want to get these openers finalized. And they're all available, but they get picked up at any time. So if you have, then I guess last thing we're going to have some shows on the stage, certainly on Saturday and Sunday. And I'm thinking this Trinity Hill group is out of Huron. They play their more Christian music, but they do a pretty nice job. Let's see if I can find.
I just sent you the one from.
Okay, perfect. So this is just a young group. The two that are playing now are these two. This is more of a church service, but I'm just trying to look at something just a little bit different. You guys had asked some different groups this year. Of course, there's Billy Brookins always available to come in and play a set for an hour, but I'm trying to find some others. So. Hugh, I know you listed a ton out there. You got a big event coming up. I don't know if you have any openers for.
I just talked to Judd Hoods. They were open to if they can open for Russell Dickerson. They would.
What is their routing like? So they were.
They have a tour, but
yeah.
They said they'll make the paperwork. That's how they roll. Even when I was in Chicago, they played in Chicago. I was like, Judd Hoods doing Chicago today.
They played outdoors after a show one night. They were kind of expensive for after hours show, if you will. But as an opener, and then maybe to play after to get that 2 45-minute sets, they might be more interested in that, and especially when they don't have to bring any front of house stuff. Yeah. They just plug in their equipment, set up their drum set, plug in their guitars and play. So would you be able to send me their manager information?
Yeah.
And I will reach out, because I would agree, that'd be a nice fit for a Russell Dickerson show. It really
Well, they
would.
just came off a national TV show, so.
Yeah, and they,
Oh.
the Judd Hoos Band,
Oh, okay.
and they're playing, are they playing out at your place?
They just played last week.
Last week.
Oh, last week.
Yeah.
That outdoor show?
It was on First Friday.
No, it wasn't, they had to bring it indoor.
Oh,
They did, because it rained,
Right.
so
oh,
it worked.
okay. It all worked good. That was that big, so your outdoor show moved indoors?
Yeah.
Oh,
We
okay.
just didn't have outdoor, just indoor. And they brought somebody else from the show that was really good. Yeah, I gotta show you.
Okay.
It's a guy, a lady, and a husband, and they were really good.
So festival-wise, Light and Sound is set up. Our vendor list, we have Kirsten going through, and now we're cashing checks and making all those deposits and following up with all of them, make sure they're solid. We got a few new ones. We lost two, one food vendor, which was local, just didn't think it was a good value for them, and then one passed away, who's Rings and Things, has been here for a long, long time, John Schroeder, and he won't be here. So otherwise, that's kind of where I'm spending my day, mostly tidying up. I'd like to really get the headliner shows all done with these openers, so I can move on to kind of filling these Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday things. We are going to do that festival week, the Texas Jammers group that we've had. They're going to do that Tuesday night community center show in the Corn Palace. Works good for us. We haven't set anything up yet. We'll just do round tables and chairs at the dance floor, and that's a fundraiser for the community center. Again, that's why our way of supporting. They're going to get all the concessions. We'll have a bar open. Won't be huge, but a good event for them to host. And then they're going to use our stage a little bit during the afternoons. I don't know how much yet, but they won't be playing like they did last year on a Sunday, something like that. So, okay, any questions about all of that? I just try to be transparent and give you as much information, and please give any feedback that you can. Okay, then sponsorships. So the sheet that I had you pick up, Carol, I will email this to you. It says 2022. Okay. Oh, I did put that in the minutes, didn't I? Okay, or the email. Thank you. So this was the same as last year. Right now, we have got our concert sponsors, which are typically our headlining show sponsors. We had 3 last year. They were Spencer Quarries, who has agreed to sponsor again this year, Vern Ide, and Elwine Brothers. We had three concerts. Well, we have 4 concerts this year. I'm waiting to confirm with Vern Ide. Elwine Brothers is back on board, and those are $5,000 sponsorships. Okay, so we have 4 of those instead of 3. So we really are looking for a major sponsor because of the history that Spencer Quarries has had with the festival. They asked if they could pick the show, which I completely agree with. So they have picked the Night Ranger show on Saturday night. Okay, so I need to confirm Elwine. It doesn't matter to them, so I'm just going to kind of wait, and it doesn't matter to them at all. Vern Ide and our other sponsor, they let them pick. So that's a substantial amount. But I wanted to so I'm looking for another $5,000 sponsor, which we did not have the last 2 years. 8 tickets to each show. Now those are in what we'll call a VIP area. So last year we put them up in the like where the radio announcers sit, in the corners. But we use that whole side, cocktail tables, full food and drink, and VIP passes. So they can go up there for the opener, have some food, have some drink. They've got a wristband on. They can go down to the party pit, and that gets them food and drink all night, no charge. Okay, and that's for up to 8 people with the wristbands. But we had probably 16. We didn't really limit that, how many could go up in the crow's nest. But as far as we're going to get because that's a $60 wristband. Okay, so right there you get 60 times 8, plus food and drink, plus the sponsorship on the banner, all of that. So 8 tickets to each show, and that'll be up front. The big banner, discounts. So we do, they buy tickets. Okay, we give them a discount on their tickets. They can put a display on Main Street. So their vendor space is free if they want to do that. All of the print ads, of course, you saw the Midco ad. That would be edited with our sponsors on there. Midway passes, they get those at, geez, I should have, I think it's 20% off on those. So $40 is $35, I think. I have to check on that. I will get that information all spelled out for you, because I all have it. I just didn't have it here. And then, of course, in all of our print ads. Then, if you go across, it works the same way. $3,000 sponsors, you're getting 6 tickets, okay, on our banners. They're not the headliner, but they are the next largest, so still very visible. These are 40-foot banners, 40 by 3, so they're quite large, okay? And their name is on those. 6 tickets to every show, and then you can see they get everything else on the video boards during the shows. That will be running prior to every show. So they're going to have an ad. So, for example, if it was Spencer Corey's commercial asphalt, their graphics will be running nonstop before the show starts. Okay. With $3,000 sponsor, they are also running nonstop, but they're 2 to 1. So you get 8 commercial asphalt will display, while 4 $3,000 sponsors will display. Okay? And then we drop down to $1,500 and $500. We had almost $20,000 in sponsorships last year. Our Dickerson show was expensive, so I would really like to, especially with our 4th concert, we could pick up another $5,000 sponsor. That gets us right at $20,000 right there, which is very, very helpful for the festival. So that's what that looks like. I wanted to talk some specifics about the who's and what's and where's, but I would like to do that in executive session. Those will be contracts for sponsorship. So if we have any questions for the public before we go into executive session at all, we can discuss that. Otherwise, we have no one from the public here. So we have a motion to go into executive session. So moved. Motion by John to go into executive session. Anybody second that?
Aye.
Okay. Stratton seconds that. All right.
So for your festival sponsorships, it says that everybody gets a company mentioned in Daily Republic print ads.